Now let's see how that shapes up here in the ZNs. The problem here on the weekly, and you're going to see that in all three of them, is that the ideal patterns were beautiful, and it really suggested, and we caught this big downward break, that there would be a decline here out into February. That's what we were looking at right there for a drop out into February, and it bottomed right in here, hit the sell zone, and then capitulated on the downside again. That could be extending this out, and that's why we say potential shift right there. And based on the monthly, I'm still believing that that could be the case. The daily chart, you can see this line right over here, points to the shift getting all the way out to here into late April. The ideal cycle over here points to sometime in May. So I talked about April and May as time frames right there. So this looks to me like if you get a little bit of a bounce, it will be coming back to the downside again. Here's what it looks like on the daily. And when we get into these analytical quandaries, like I said, I naturally go to the shorter time frame for the greatest understanding. And this is the minor cycle right there. The low comes here and begins to move up. So there's a potential for the 10-year to get up here to about 24.11. And then have one more move to the downside there. So if it rallies up into here, that's where you get that first decline in the yields that we talked about. So we're in for what probably is a pretty choppy short-term period in here, an attempted rally, and then moving to the downside in the 10-year. Again, not sure about where this low is going to come. But based on the monthly patterns, I think it's going to come, and that it's just late. It's not that it's putting on a very negative pattern. For this to be the only rally and then come down here, it would then be running negatively all the way through 2023. There's nothing that makes sense that makes that kind of sense out of that. So that's why I believe that this is just a later low forming, and that the market is going to tell us that the worst basically is over for the bond market. It's just a later bottom that's forming, but I have no way to prove that right now.